What's up guys, this is Hunky Donkey and I'm here to show you my draft league analysis for UNPL Spring Fling. Initially, I was going to do a non-upload required version of this league, but man, team building is just so fun and I'm really excited to show you the team I have. But first, let's lay some ground rules. Obviously, there is the standard draft rules where draft coaches will be in a standard snake style format. The big kicker here is that we only get 95 points to draft 9 to 11 Pokemon. That's honestly not a lot. Budgets are usually between 115 to 120, so we gotta be really creative in building. So, next up, another strict thing is the terrestrialization options. Coaches will only be able to choose up to 2 Terra Caps, and no Terra Captain can have a point value higher than 6 points. So those low tier Terra Caps are going to really have to shine. That's another thing to mention. I'd like to mention is that this is going to be Terra Preview, open Terra Preview, and the way that works, if those of y'all that don't know how it works specifically, is that any of your Terra Caps can Terra into any type. The caveat being you tell the Terra type right before you play, which rewards good team building on both ends, yourself and opponents, so I like this rule change a lot. So here is the big twist. Mons like Dragapult, Spectrier, and Great Tusk are banned. They are gone. So this is gonna be a mid-tier league, and because it's a mid-tier league, we were able to cop some crazy ass shit, to say the least. Let's go over the coaches real quick. I ordered these coaches based on who I am playing week by week. So week 1 we are facing the Umbra Guardian. Week 2 we're facing Treant. Week 3, we're facing Mr. TCP or TJP, I believe. My apologies for not remembering. Week 4, we're having a rematch out of LTM with San Diego Spirits, aka Grandmaster D-Ray. We're facing a really familiar logo. It's the commissioner of the league. It's Danny Mac, who we're facing week 5. And if you're OG, we're facing a really one of my first opponents in Wi-Fi history, a really familiar face in Sableye and the Grand Rapid Spinners. And lastly, we're facing Nova Blader and Bermudo Kecleons. So, as you can see, these are all the coaches that are in my pool, which is insane. Technically, UNPL Spring Fling has 24 coaches, but it's divided into, well, the Wi-Fi season at least, but it's divided into 3. So that means compared to something like LTM, you can really get away with some crazy stuff. And I was pick 5. So I had an option between Crocodile, Raikou, Entei, Primarina, and Gardevoir. Out of all of these, I really want to try Crocodile. It is one of my favorite Pokemon, if not my absolute favorite. It's probably tied for my favorite, to be honest. And all of these Pokemon that made it to me at pick 5 is actually like kind of insane. They all are probably should have been like sniped for me a while ago. But I saw something, the co-owner of the league, Dan Dapper Snapper, a good friend of mine that I met through LTM, he allowed a crazy one that I just couldn't pass up as much as I really wanted to try Crocodile. That mon being Blaziken. What's so special about Blaziken? Well, Blaziken normally in a mid-tier format is a solid fighting type breaker. Fire, fighting, all that jazz. But this Blaziken, why we picked it round 1? Yeah, you guessed it. It gets speed boost. We're allowed to use Speed Boost Blaziken in a mid-tier league. That's the most that's the most broken shit I ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the reason why is because the the co-owner, that snapper, thinks it's a fraud. And I'll admit, Blaziken, even in draft, isn't the best in standard nat decks. I mean, and I guess Paldea decks tiers. But here in the mid-tier league, where fighting types are dominant, where speed control is dominant, where you get this much versatility out of a Pokemon running Choice Band, Choice Specs, Life Orb, Resist Berries, Heavy Duty Boots, Clear Amulet, SD, Protect, Flare Blitz, Overheat, Close Combat, Priority, Vacuum Wave, and I guess Upper Hand. Flamethrower, and that's not even including the coverage, Earthquake, Knockoff, all that fun stuff. This is an insane mod to grab round 1, and I really like my fightings. I pick round 1 fighting in Mia Chow and LTM2, and I'm really excited to see how this goes. So, before we move on to round 2, I need you guys to understand, compared to LTM with 16 coaches, there's only 8 here. So, like I said before, we were able to grab some top heavy shit. And we probably got the best defensive mod in the entire format for mid-tier. Hisuian Gudra. I never got to try Hisuian Gudra personally, and it's a mod I always want to try. It's a Spadef tank. It's like incomparable to anything else in that's available in this draft. It's super versatile. My kind of mod can be defensive, offensive, can become borderline unkillable with setup and shell armor. Sap Super is also good for the strict grass enemies, even though I'm already 4 times resisting grass anyway. And Gooey is occasionally fun for some funny shenanigans. This one is an absolute truck, and I'm so happy it got to me and I finally got to try this Pokemon. And I'm eager to really show it off. So going into round 2 now, like I got like the 2 mods I really want to try. So decided to get some supporting pieces, and next up is a defensive Pokemon to pair with Gudra Hisui, because that will be a really hard team to break. And consulting with some people, I was debating on Swampert next. I was actually debating on Indeedee too, because a way to beat Blaziken often is with priority, strong priority, and disabling that with Psychic Terrain is pretty cool. But ultimately, I decided to grab a Pokemon that is actually insane and covers Gudra Hisui's fighting weakness, ground weakness, quite well. That Pokemon is Uxie. Uxie is another Pokemon I always wanted to try. I never tried any of the Lake Trio, to be honest. And Uxie is a good one to start off with. It's a defensive tank. It can set up rocks, it can set up screens, Encore, I think, Knockoff, U-turn for momentum. And its offensive move pool isn't too bad. Psychic Noise to break more bulkier teams. Its signature move, or like a rare move at least, with the Lake Trio, Mystical Power, I think that's what it's called, or Mythical Power, one of the two. I feel like I'm forgetting something really important. It can also Healing Wish, which is really nice in case Blaziken or even Gudra gets like really chipped. I can do Calm Mind, Jading Kiss, shenanigans, although it's not as effective without Terra, but it's still really strong in this format. This thing is gonna be so fucking annoying to break, and I'm so glad I'm able to get it to me. Alright, right now, we got our 2 defensive mods, which honestly is probably like good enough, but I wanted to save the rest of my defensive pieces to the end. like some low tier defensive pieces and want to like go for more offense. And lucky for me, we got our third 16 pointer, which mind you is the highest point total you could go in this draft. With the Blaziken and Hisuian Gujan. The fact it got to me round 4 is insane, to say the least. And that is the first pick of LTM. Iron Jugulus. Iron Jugulus is a Pokemon from I was gonna say from Paldea. It's a obviously, but it's a Paradox Pokemon in the mid-tier format, meaning it has a really nice stat spread. In Jugulus's cases, it has a really nice special attack, and its speed is above average for a low tier format. It has the only thing that stopped this mod from like not being here and like not being in a low tier format is just like roost and like setup. So specs and Scarf variants are gonna go crazy, and of course booster energy as well. It gets a nice coverage to pair with stab, dark, and flying, like fire coverage and fighting coverage. And I think it's really good to pair with Blaziken. It could come in on potential ground rooms, for instance. And Blaziken, although it's not the best at walling stuff, it's more of an offensive one. It could come in on any ice moves that Iron Juggy does not like to be at all. So right now, I need to go back to utility. I need to go back. I know I just said mod prior that defensive mods are more of the low tier end, but there's one mod again that I'm really surprised. No one actually. I'm the first one who picked it at its early stage, and that is the best spinner in the draft. My GOAT, the Donphan. I never actually used Donphan. I recently used Great Tusk, and Iron Treads is one of my favorite draft Pokemon ever, so this is a natural fit, and I'm just really surprised it got to me. Ground Spam isn't too shabby at all in a low tier format, but I'm mainly going to use my GOAT Donphan for defensive purposes. It's the best rapid spinner in the entire league, without question. It's not even an argument, especially because it's the only really good rapid spinner that's allowed in a mid-tier format. It gets ice coverage now, that's not ice shard and ice spinner, so ground and ice is going to be really nasty. I also get another rocker and a good knockoff fur, so that's great for disruption. Heavy duty boots and sturdy gives me a good win con. I can also pair this with like assault vest, lefties, a lot of even like choice band if I'm feeling a little crazy, a little cuckoo, you might say. So yeah, dude, I'm so excited. Edgequake plus ice to pair with the stab ground is just like, what beats that? What beats that in like paper, I guess. But grabbing this mod so late means that from here on out, I had to be really scarce with my points because I am really in a predicament right now. I have to be really scarce with the budget. But it's fine because I really like our last 5 picks. So let's move on to getting some speed, because speed is really valuable in mid-tier format, as a lot of those top-end fast mods are usually not available. So we got all the speed. Hisuian Electrode, baby. With the only thing that's stopping this is Dragon moves, and I have ice coverage on Donphan plus a Goodra, along with a few other tools to deal with dragons, and that means Electro Hisui with its grass and electric typing. I guess grass types are a problem too, but I literally have Iron Jugulus and Blaziken, so checkmate, liberal. Anyways, besides those 2 types, Hisuian Electrode goes absolutely crazy. I really like this one a lot. You could do stat spam, specs isn't too bad. Obviously I'm not gonna run Scarf, but foul play, even like fast screens, if in case I want Yuxi to be something else. Fast taunt, just having that speed control in general is so good, dude. It comes in clutch more often than you think. So right now, I think I'm dipping into like my 20 to 30 points left. So right now, I have to be like really, if not less, it's probably less to be honest. I think I have like 19. So I had to be really scarce of what to come. And right now, I'm listing a few core types. One of them being a fairy type, and I kind of wanted a wish passer. I recently learned through just experience in playing that wish cleric isn't really that necessary anymore for like a draft role. But mons like Swing Gudra and in the vacuum, Yuxi and Dogvent really appreciate wish support. The thing is though, I'm really in a deficit for points. So I decided to go with the only Pokemon that's returning from LTM in my roster. My go, Dashbun. So I drafted Dashbun for a few reasons. One, it's one of the better Blaziken checks in the game because of well-baked body and its fairy typing. It also gives me, like I said before, a solid wish passer with an actually surprisingly decent speed stat, which I didn't really expect. I learned to use this mon offensively and defensively, and it put in work for its value quite a lot. Not much to say. It's just a good boy, and it's gonna be really exciting to use for sure. So we got 3 mons left, and I have to use these 3 mons to get some important roles that my team is currently lacking. The first of which I'd like to discuss is, well, I guess second, because Dashbun, fairy. Anyways, the next role I'd like to talk about is a grounded poison. It's my belief that ground poison is important in draft, and I got the best budget ground poison anyone could ask for. We got Muck. Initially my Terra captain, but it does put in a lot of work even without Terra, and I value its typing a lot. Sticky Hold, Poison Touch, all good abilities. I was gonna say regenerated, that's rad. Anyways, it's just here to be a split off tank, just to be annoying and open up opportunities for Blaziken and Iron Jockey to clean up afterwards. It's just it's Muck. What's more to say? It's such a reliable mod. I don't think anyone hates Muck in Gen 9. It's usually priced and right and always has great value for what it does. Alright, we got 2 mons left, and as you can see, no Terra Caps. So here comes the Terra Caps, and right now, my good friend Circle has put me up on the Claw Itzer hype, round 9. That's right. With Terra, this thing becomes an absolute nuke with Water Pulse or just Mega Launcher moves in general, and the open Terra format. And it's just awesome, dude. It's Claw Itzer. It's Terra Claw Itzer in a mid-tier format. There's so much to love about that in itself. I've also been experimenting with, well, spoilers, I guess, for week 1, with a more defensive variant, and it's actually surprisingly good, like really good for its price point. I know a lot of people are a little confuzzled why Claw Itzer is my bother. I feel like I initially thought Claw Itzer is good enough to be your solid water, but dude, this mon is awesome. It's such good value for, I believe I got it for like 4 points. And it can Terra. Like, come on, dude. Claw Itzer is gonna get claw million kills. Even if it doesn't, as long as it like just fucking dominates one game, I'll be happy with its performance, and it's gonna be such a fun mon to use. It's probably like my second. No, actually, you know what? I think this is my most exciting Pokemon that I want to use for sure. Alright, rounding off is we have 1 point left, and I don't really have a Terra. I had to choose. I like changed this Terracat from Muck to this Pokemon. And it's a 1-pointer, so you might be raising some eyebrows. But it's worth it, I promise you. That Pokemon is mischievous. With being able to Terra Eviolite plus like Terra Electric or Terra Fairy goes absolutely crazy. Calm Mind and all that other stuff is pretty fucking insane if I do say so myself. I think it's like the best one tier, tier 1 Pokemon in the format. And it gives me a ghost type, so it's really nice to block rapid spinning, and also alleviates some of my a bit of my ground weakness from Goodra, Blaziken, and Mach. And I just realized I have 3 full ground immunities now, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, guys, that is the end of my draft analysis. Look how fun this team is. Speed Boost Blaziken is an amazing defensive lore. Suing Goodra, Uxie, Donphan, which can also be used offensively. I guess Suing Goodra too. Even Uxie too can be used offensively. It's like crazy. But like, look at that offense. Look at my defense. Suing Goodra, Uxie, Donphan, Muck, even Claudia, Mischievous, Dash Bun. Look at my offense. Again, just when Goodra, Donphan can be used offensively, but also Terra, Claudia, Terra, Mischievous, Electrode. I just seen a game right now that apparently Dash Bun got 4 kills. So I can even use that offensively. Iron Jugulis, oh yeah, and that Speed Boost Blaziken is there too. Great utility too. Like T-Spike spam is pretty solid here. Stat spam, screens, rapid spinning, knockoff, wish passing. Like, this is such a fun team, and I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna have a lot more fun than I did in LTM. Hopefully have a better record too. I'm gonna grind a little bit for that. And yeah guys, thanks for watching, but before we go, I have something to announce. That's right, I'm drafting God. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not drafting God. But we are getting a new logo change. Yep, a new logo change, and I'm probably gonna use this for a long time because it has one of my favorite Pokemon. So say goodbye to the Garnstay Arbolimas and say hello to the Steamy Stunfisk. That's right, your boy Hunky Donkey is repping the Steamy Stunfisk for this draft. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Huge thank you to Rappy, I believe that's how I pronounce their name. Not only for creating this logo for me, but also being a go and having a bunch of Blender models. Big thank you to Dapper Snapper for letting me have Speed Boost Blaziken. Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, like, thank you for that too, but like, thank you for I'm pretty sure you're the one that let me be in this in UNPL, so I really appreciate you, dog. I wish we could have fought again, but maybe we can at playoffs. And big thank you to It's Dan Mac. Him and Dapper, dude. I've never seen commissioners that like put in this much work into making sure the coaches have a good time. Like, I'm probably never gonna own the league, but if I do, I'll have to I'm gonna use them as the standard for sure. And yeah guys, that is gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.